first attracted you to the study of Egyptology?
Well, it started, I think, when I was 14, and at the time I wanted initially to go into something very different, into engineering and electronics.
Okay.
But thanks to my family background, my father, who is a professor himself of church history, I, in a sense, had a background in history, and as a child I was, of course, acquainted with the ruins and also monuments of Roman history in Germany, for example. I learned classical languages at school, Greek and Latin, later Hebrew. So that gave me a firm background, and then it happened that when I was 14 that I happened to come across, as with so many other people, a book on Tutankhamun. So the famous king whose tomb was found unlooted in the Valley of the Kings in 1922.
In Egypt. Can you tell me about what has been some of Western Canada's contributions to Egyptology, and kind of what are your hopes for future Canadian students and scholars?
Well, you mentioned Western Canadian Egyptology, so basically that's only me, right? I'm the only representative of Western Canadian Egyptology right now, so this is an emerging field, in a sense. And right now we hope to be able to establish a new PhD program in Egyptology in Near Eastern Studies at the University of British Columbia, which in due course will then enable us to train Egyptologists in Western Canada. Striking to see that Canada has been, in a sense, very reluctant to open their universities to Egyptology and Eastern Studies, whereas the United States have a significant number of programs. So it's difficult to say why this is the case. It's simply a reality, and given the importance of the ancient Near East and also the modern Middle East, also for understanding of human history, I think it is very crucial that Canada makes some progress and establishes some new positions and also centers of Near Eastern Studies.
What are some of your proudest accomplishments in your field, or what contribution are you most proud of?
Right. I have done some significant, hopefully significant research on Egyptian interconnections with the Near East. In particular, I have worked on the Hyksos period, so that period of Egyptian history when people that originated from Palestine took over rule in the Eastern Nile Delta and also significantly influenced Egypt in cultural terms. In 2008, I founded with Brill Academic Publishers a new journal, the Journal of Egyptian History. And that journal goes into its 7th year soon, so that is one of the main initiatives, and it was quite difficult to get it to start it from scratch and establish it in the academic publication market, but I'm very proud that we were able to achieve it.
If you were a pharaoh,
right,
which one would you be?
If you ask me like this, then maybe I would opt for one of the kings of the 26th dynasty, the Said dynasty, roughly in the late 7th century. Some of those kings, like Necho I, Psammetichos I, they were highly successful in terms of their external and internal policies in rebuilding Egypt. And what is also exciting, those times were extremely productive in terms of religion and literature, but they also developed a very distinct sense of the past. So
thank you very much for your time, Dr. Schneider.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Absolutely.
And maybe if you allow me to also to mention my current project, because it's particularly important from a different angle of view. It traces and tries to understand the history of Egyptology in Germany and Austria in the time of the Nazis, and this is a topic that until I took it up with some first articles and a couple of years ago was totally tabooed. I'm currently working on a monograph that for the first time brings together all the evidence we have about that the history of the discipline in those years.